Trevor, overtime win against the reigning champions, you take that?
Yeah, just the character that we showed out there. Like, we were pretty tired from Thursday night, no time for prepare, and we just had a rush walking through this morning, and the guys really locked onto the scout. Probably not at the start of the game. You know, Casper hit those first two, and then Bubbles came off and hit a couple, and we thought, oh, but there was a good, tough character building. It was I can't praise our guys enough.
They seem to have you defensively early as well, not getting as many shots away, I guess, as you would like. What happened after that?
Well, yeah, we talked about that at half time. We just had no zip. You know, either that was I got to get the rotations in a little bit, and that's where Clint came on, you know, and got hustled out of that play, the hustle ball, the skin off the knees, trying to get the ball, and then we got some energy through that, and that's when we started getting some rhythm offensively, and you know, down the end it was Tarico was, you know, it's tough to have a player down the stretch. You normally have a player that wants the ball and score, and we're very lucky that Bryce is that guy, but we also found T that's someone that doesn't mind having the ball. Some players don't want to take that responsibility and sit back, and but he really stepped up when we were struggling one avenue to score, and then, you know, the man next to me, Gus, was just keeping the ball alive, and I don't know how many points we got on offensive rebounds that last quarter or overtime, but Gus was doing some hard work underneath there to give us those opportunities.
Stats can get blown out a little bit with overtime included on there, but 14 points and 20 rebounds is just not blown out from overtime. That's a big performance from him, isn't it?
Yeah, big time, you know, and it was good that we were getting through our subs and they were predictable shots out of our offense, so Gus knew where to be. You know, if you got Bryce or Tarico, you know, coming off some good screens, and that's a good opportunity, he gets in there. But when we get out of sync and you know, it goes crazy and our D-trans doesn't work. But yeah, he was fantastic. You know, he's been had the ankle from the Boomers, and we're just trying to get him back on track, and our medical staff have done a great job to get him back on the court, and now he's just finding that rhythm to go, and you know, he was outstanding tonight.
Gus, how is it feeling? Coach said last week that you probably should have only just been playing. Last week should have been your first game back with the ankle. How's it feeling? Where do you think you're at percentage-wise fitness?
Yeah, the ankle's, I think, about as close to 100% as you can be with just a tiny little bit of swelling after games, after training. That's pretty much all that's left. But yeah, it was a bit sore coming back at the start, but obviously, yeah, didn't want to miss any regular season games. But I can't, you know, reiterate what Trev said more. Our support staff have been awesome. You know, the whole time we're in the States, you know, they're busting my tail on the stationary bike and in the pool and all sorts of things to keep me in shape. And you know, tonight was a great time to use that fitness, you know, that they kept me in.
You must be happy with the way you're tracking. There's no easy games for big men out there this year. There's some quality in the centre. You must be happy with the way you're tracking.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think I'm happy with how the team's going. You know, 4-1 sounds a whole lot better than 3-2. So to get the win tonight after, you know, dropping the game against Brisbane, you know, 2 nights ago is massive, especially with a quick turnaround with a 12 o'clock game after a night game over in Brisbane. So, you know, and of course, you know, this one means a little bit more as well. So it's awesome to get the win.
Coach, just on that with the big men in the competition at the moment, there is quality. Just talking about Bogan coming in, but every team's got strengths in that field. How is he tracking? Where do you think Angus sits? He's legit boomer as far as centre goes, isn't he? He's right up there.
Yeah, we identified that a few years ago when we recruited Gus, and then we re-amped his contract up last year, the year before, I think. That we usually big guys have their best basketball late 20s, early 30s, when they get they're a little bit slower than quick guards out there, but. And we've seen that in the work he's doing with Matty and the individuals. His footwork is getting better and better all the time, and now he's just starting to get his touch back. But you know, you got some big bodies. It's Boone's athletic, Pledger, you can't move him. You know, just on this team. Then you go to, well, Adelaide play a little bit smaller. Then there's quality throughout nearly every position in this league. So it's good to have Gus and Tommy in there, and we're pretty stacked with our big man too. So that's a good combination.
When the game was on the line, it felt like big moments when they arrived. You guys won more of the big moments. What was the key to that?
I was just trying to get scores and to stop. That's just playing one possession at a time, you know. And it was especially the fatigue, and you you know, your best players are playing probably the last 15 minutes on the court, 20 minutes on the court. We're just trying to keep energy out there, and we were able to do that with Damo and Mitch, just swap them back, and then we gave Gus a little bit of a break at the start and put Jesse in there, but then you got Bryce and Jericho out there can turn the game offensively, and they gave us a lot of possessions. I thought they were really good attacking the basket, and some were called, some weren't called. It's a tough cover with you know, Gus setting the screen for Bryce, and I think we got a fair few opportunities out of that, and just on the offensive rebound as well.
You talk a bit about Mitch's 2 charges he took and the significance of that for the team.
Oh, the big last one was huge, wasn't it? That's Jericho shot the ball, and I'm probably biased. I thought he got hit, but then the run out and just you know, put his body on the line, and he copped a fair whack, and that's, you know, that's a game. You know, he doesn't step in and take that and put the body on the line, we lose the game in overtime. So you know, Mitch has been fantastic, and he's only going to get better and better.
And the decision, when you were making the decision around him versus Damo, when to come on, when to off, it looked like at one stage Damo said, "No, I want to stay."
I know, yeah.
You're coming off.
Yeah, no, that's part of it too, you know. So we started Damo for the first 2 minutes, and you know, we got that one off Ware at half court, kind of get the crowd back involved, and then Mitch's that steal of Bryce, the guy put Mitch denied Ware back the ball. You know, that play was for Ware, and what Mitch did was put Ware not getting the ball in his hand, so it was outstanding defence, and Bryce was able to strip McCarron, I think it was. So, you know, there's some big stuff. He doesn't get anything in the stat line for denying that play, but it's a big time play and taking the charge as well.
You were at Pink, obviously. How important was it for the players to look after your coach tonight?
Yeah, it's massive. You know, it obviously means a lot to Trev. You know, he's spoken to us behind closed doors what it means, and spoken to the media as well. But you know, we all saw what Dawn went through, what Trev went through, and the family as well. So it's a great cause. You know, it's awesome that the club gets behind it, and the fans get behind it as well. So you know, that's what I meant before when I said this one means a little bit more, and it truly was. You know, I think it really did give us a little bit of inspiration down the stretch there when we're trying to dig deep. You know, thinking of what we're playing for and why we're wearing pink.
Review tonight, just the pink element of the game.
Yeah, you never want to put the team under pressure to perform, and I hope I don't ever do that, but we want to play the right way, and we talked about playing the Wildcats way, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but it was given that effort, and I thought today I couldn't be prouder of the guys, of just every single time they pushed again and pushed again and pushed again, you know, to get over the top. We didn't play great basketball, but we just hung around, and it was determined, and our will, and those some of the characteristics that you have to fight when you have breast cancer, you know, the determination and will and not saying no. I thought it was outstanding by our guys. I couldn't be prouder of them.
And just the emotion at the end with the photo. What was that like? Did it happen last year with lots of people?
Yeah, well, we've been through that journey last year. Dawn's come through of it now, but there's so many people touched from it, so we thought it would be fitting to invite breast cancer survivors onto the court, and to share that moment with them, because it's and hopefully we gave them something to cheer about, that they either going through it or can see us out there working our tail off, and just to have our members out there enjoying it and sharing it with us, it's a big tick in the right box for our club to do that. Thanks guys, appreciate it.